Welcome and thank you for joining us. This is Wellness and Nutrition with Dr. Markovic. In today's video, we're going to be talking about portion sizes. As with the last video with our nutritional facts, at the very top of that nutritional label, you're going to see a portion size. Now, there's a very important part of that nutritional label because it's going to tell you exactly the amount of food that can be consumed to give you that level of nutrition. Now, it's very important to look at that part because it's not going to be intuitive. Sometimes when we look at packages, we might assume one whole package is one whole serving, but that very rarely is the actual case. For example, if we take something like a piece of bread, most of us are going to have sandwiches with 2 pieces of bread. However, the actual serving size of a piece of bread is 1 slice of bread. So you have to keep that in mind when doing a lot of these things when we're making our food to multiply the nutritional content for what you're actually consuming. So it's very easy to have seconds and third servings of things while we only think that we're only having 1. Another good example of this would be things like cereal, oatmeal, rice. They're very small realistically in portions that you should realistically consume. A serving of cereal is half a cup, but the vast majority of us would probably just pour some into a bowl and call it a serving rather than actually measuring it out in a cup and consuming it that way. However, we must also factor in that we're probably going to get double, triple, and sometimes 4 times the amount of all the sugar, carbohydrates, fats, and everything included into that actual meal, even though we think we're having far less. In our future videos, we're going to go into when you can actually potentially eyeball certain foods, which foods that you can be way more liberal with, and which foods you definitely need to stick to those portion sizes. Now you will see that at the very top of your label, it's typically located right under or right next to the calorie portion of that label. And then it will tell you exactly how many cups, tablespoons, or servings or pieces that product that you can have to give you that specific level of nutrition. But again, be careful because you do not want to eyeball these things and get a significant amount more of that nutrition than you're planning on, because that would ultimately lead to more of a detriment of your health. That concludes today's video. Thank you for joining us here on Wellness and Nutrition with Dr. Markovic. And as always, be well and be well to each other.